Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya237. As you may remember, at the reception, the Lord, in disguise, told Tripurantak that he was on to him, what kind of person he was. Hearing him say this, Tripurantak replied, "Tell me, please, your name. I have never met you before. Where have you come from?" Hearing him, God Supreme answered, "My name is Savalasa. I am the one who buys and sells for Narsi Mehta. I live in Dwarka and act as his agent. I am the only one who understands his personality." Thus spoke the life of the world, and no one recognized who he was. No one understands the glory of the delighter of the mind and skillful in acts of illusions. Bride's father feels his inferiority. The clothes with which the bridegroom was to be honored on the outskirt of the town were of small worth, and so Tripurantak felt ashamed in his mind. Understanding this, the Lord of Vaikuntha said to Tripurantak, "An innumerable number of people have come to the wedding. I see that your mind is perplexed by this. Now, when preparing the banquet of tasty things, one should not put too much salt into the food. One should not form any relationship with one who is greater than oneself. One should not give money and interest to the king of one's own town. So one should not give one's daughter to form a relationship with one greater than oneself. Who is able to discuss the verses of a chief poet? So one should not form a relationship with one of higher rank than oneself. Just as when the sun arises, the moon appears to fail, so seeing the wealth of Narsi Mehta, you feel hesitant in your mind. The preparations made by you can only be for a very few, and yet innumerable people have arrived for the wedding." After saying this to him, the Lord of Vaikuntha advised him as follows. Krishna said to Tripurantak, "Whatever materials are possible for you to bring them here, and carry to completion the marriage arrangement. All siddhis, accomplishments, are favorable here. Put what little you have into it. Do not keep in your mind any sense of duality through doubt. The knots of relationship are as strong as those of silken threads. Consider the question from the point of view of knowledge, and hold in your mind no sense of duality." Seeing that he agreed, he returned to the city and brought the materials for the wedding together with the bride. King Bhimak, whose bhakti was perfect, having agreed to offer his daughter in marriage to Sri Krishna, lovingly came to Mulmadhav for the wedding. In the same way, Tripurantak, putting aside all mental opposition, came there with the bride and all the materials for the wedding. When a little streamlet joins the Ganga, who is there who would call it unholy? So in the life of the world accepts anyone. No pious person lacks anything. Marriage described. The marriage was performed with great éclat, and the band played sweet music. Turmeric powder was applied to the bride and bridegroom. The wedding was carried on in the most elaborate way. The gods were installed, and Brahmins were feasted with many forms of dainty food, and God himself offered gifts of money to the Brahmins. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.